What if the United States invaded Nigeria? This isn't a prediction, but a fascinating thought experiment. Let's explore what that might look like. First, why would this even happen? The reasons would have to be extreme. Perhaps a severe humanitarian crisis that Nigeria is unable or unwilling to address, a major threat to global energy supplies originating from the Niger Delta, or the country becoming a haven for powerful transnational terrorist groups that directly threaten U.S. interests. Any of these scenarios would first trigger intense diplomatic pressure, sanctions, and likely UN Security Council debate. A unilateral invasion would be a last resort, fraught with massive international condemnation. So, how would it unfold? The U.S. would likely begin with a massive air and sea campaign. The goal would be to achieve air supremacy within hours, targeting Nigerian military airfields, command centers, and entire defenses. Naval assets in the Gulf of Guinea would enforce a blockade, cutting off supplies and controlling the coast. This initial phase would be about shock and awe, aiming to dismantle Nigeria's ability to coordinate a response before ground troops even land. The ground invasion would be a complex, multi-front operation, given Nigeria's size and population. Holding territory would be a nightmare. The U.S. would likely focus on securing key strategic points, rather than occupying the whole country. This means capturing Lagos for its port and economic importance, Abuja to decapitate the political leadership, and key oil infrastructure in the Niger Delta. Special forces would likely be deployed early to secure these critical assets. But here's where it gets incredibly difficult for the invaders. Nigeria has a large, professional military with experience in regional peacekeeping and counterinsurgency. While outmatched technologically, they know the terrain. Urban warfare in cities like Lagos or Kano would be brutal. With populations in the millions, these battles would be a grinding, house-to-house fight, causing immense civilian casualties and turning global opinion even more sharply against the intervention. Furthermore, Nigeria isn't a monolith. The U.S. might try to exploit ethnic and religious divisions, perhaps backing certain factions against the government. But this is a dangerous game that could easily spiral into a full-blown, multi-sided civil war, making the situation far worse than before the invasion. An occupying force would also face a widespread insurgency. From the swamps of the Delta to the dense northern cities, resistance would be fierce. Every road, every market, every village could become a front line. The economic fallout would be global. Nigeria is a major oil producer. A conflict would send oil prices skyrocketing, impacting economies worldwide. The cost of the invasion and subsequent occupation would run into the trillions of dollars for the U.S., creating immense political pressure back home. Think about the long-term occupations in Iraq and Afghanistan, but potentially on an even larger and more complex scale. Ultimately, a military victory would be almost meaningless. What's the endgame? Installing a new government. That government would be seen as illegitimate by most Nigerians and would likely collapse the moment foreign troops left. The long-term result would likely be a destabilized, fragmented nation, a humanitarian catastrophe, and a permanent insurgency that would drain American resources and lives for decades. This thought experiment shows that even for the world's most powerful military, invading a country like Nigeria would be a strategic quagmire with no clear path to victory. The human, economic, and political costs would be staggering. It underscores why diplomacy, international cooperation, and supporting stable governance are always the better options. What do you think? What factors did I miss? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this geopolitical exploration interesting, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.